Assalamu alaikum and hi to everyone. And I welcome you to this lecture. Today our topic is from the series of ProQual Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Health and Safety, Leadership and Management. We have already discussed the first 3 units of this ProQual Diploma. And right now, we are going to start our unit 4 in this regard. So the diploma is proper strategic health and safety, leadership and management. The topic today we will cover is its fourth unit of this ProQual qualification. So the unit number is L/618/5599, and the unit name is development as a strategic manager. Okay, so in this unit, basically, it is all about an individual who is working in an organization, and the purpose of this unit is to improve his skills, his knowledge, his techniques as a strategic manager. So before going forward, we must know this, that what is difference between a manager and a strategic manager. So first thing, before moving forward, we should know the strategic management. So before going forward, we should know the strategic management. First of all, the management is about having a control, a team of people, a team who is having a control, and uh, you can say a decision making power with him with him. So basically, strategic management means that it involves the development and planning of an organization to achieve uh, its goals and objectives. So basically, in simple management, our team is having a control, having a role, and he's just going to implement that. But when it comes to strategic management, there is an addition. What type of addition is there? The addition of developing new plans and implementation of new plans. So there are two phases: development of new plans and development and then implementation of that plan. It makes strategic management. So here, the purpose of this unit is to develop uh, a strategic manager, the individuals working in management, and they are working regarding occupational health and safety, or they are working in health and safety management system. So this unit is going to enhance their competence as a strategic manager. So just like management, there is a difference between a simple management and a strategic management. So here we also have a difference between a strategic manager and a simple manager. So basically, when a person is having a control of control and having a direction of an organization, we call him a manager, a person who is having this role in the organization. But when it comes to strategic manager, a strategic person, so this is the person who is having a control on on himself, having a control on his team, but The extra thing the strategic manager is having is a role, an ability, and competence to advance the thing. To advance the things, a strategic manager should have competence to to plan, to develop, to implement new plans. For what purpose? These new plans, these new developed, implemented new plans for the advancement of the organization. So uh, there is a thin difference between them, but you have to be very clear when it comes to manager or strategic manager. So I'm just going to summarize this. The strategic manager is a competent person who is having a control and a decision making power in the organization, but he is not only implementing the said plan of the organization, he is also having a competence to develop and implement new plans for the advancement of achieving the organization's ambitions and objectives. So this is the role of a strategic manager. In this unit is all about working and developing as a strategic manager who is working in health and safety management system. So now moving forward, I just want to confirm you that there are two things in each unit. As you know very well, there are some learning outcomes there and there are assessment criteria there. Learning outcome means that a learner will be able after this unit to this type of information or knowledge. And assessment criteria are there that the candidate should clear that assessment criteria, which will confirm after their clearance, after their compliance, that this learner or candidate is having the knowledge what is the purpose of this unit. So there are learning outcomes and there are assessment criteria. So in this unit 4 of ProQual Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Health and Safety, Leadership and Management is having 5 learning outcomes and there are 13 assessment criteria. One more important thing is there that this is the only unit we have in this level 7 diploma in which we have CPD. The last learning outcome is about CPD. So, like, uh, and the last assessment criteria is also about CPD. So, we will discuss that topic in it too. So, now moving forward, the first learning outcome is be able to identify personal skills to achieve strategic ambitions. So basically, uh, individuals working in the organization, so they should know their what are the personal skills they require to achieve strategic ambitions. Ambitions means desire, the outcome, the desire, what they want to actually do. So ambition are basically the desire, a strong desire for what to achieving something. To hear what they want to achieve, they want to achieve strategic ambitions. So uh, this learning outcome is about identifying personal skills. So here we have the learning outcome is number one is be able to identify personal skills to achieve strategic ambitions. Now moving forward, we have in this first learning outcome of Unit 4 of this diploma program, we have three assessment criteria. So, first 1.1 is critically analyze the strategic direction of the organization and where they fit it. So basically, in this assessment criteria, the requirement from the candidate, from the learner, is that he has to critically analyze. So critically means that you have to give, you have to do the analysis um, on the actual figure, actual position, actual condition of the organization. Critically means that actual position of something. So the candidate has to do the critical analysis of the strategic direction of the organization and where they fitted and where they have given these directions and where they have implemented these directions. So the candidate has to give narration, has to give his point of view on the strategic direction of the organization, but doing the critical analysis. He has to give his explanation in the workbook. So the other point is that what type of what type of evidence will support his explanation. In ProQual Level 7 diploma, it is quite different from ProQual Level 6 NVQ diploma. Here, you can explain things, you can explain things and you can give evidence. And if you are not having the evidence, it's fine. But your point of view should be very clear about the said assessment criteria. But still, you can use the evidences as well. So for this assessment criteria, critically analysis of strategic direction of the organization, what you have to do, you have to check, you have to check the organization's strategic plan. What type of plan organization is having, you can share here. Like top management plan there, even if the word strategic is missing there, still a plan coming from the top management for the advancement of achieving their objectives, their ambitions will be still enough for for supporting this assessment criteria. So you can use your organizations, not a generic one, specifically your organization's strategic plan, your organization's top management plan, which is showing actually that the organization is working towards the the advancement of the organization towards its objectives and its plans. So the second one is 1.2, critically evaluate. So basically, when you are doing this, you are critically doing the analysis, you are building up your competence as a learner to become a strategic manager. So 1.2, critically evaluate the strategic skills required of a leader, manager operating in a complex environment to achieve personal and organizational strategic ambition. So basically, here the candidate has to perform critical assessment or judgment about what? About the strategic skills which are required basically in his organization. For what purpose? To achieve personal and organizational strategic ambitions. Because a strategic manager can't be can't become a strategic manager if he can't identify the strategic skills. So basically he should have a clear assessment of strategic skills. That clear assessment should be there about the strategic skills, that what is required actually. Because if he don't know the skills, he don't know the strategic skills, he can't improve his competence. So first thing he has to do, he has to evaluate, he has to critically evaluate the strategic skills. And after having that, he has to he has to actually adopt that, because without adopting that strategic skills, he never become a strategic manager. So he has to do that. And other thing, this assessment criteria is showing that complex environment. Basically what happened, that normally a simple management skills are enough to become a manager. But when it comes to a strategic management of complex environment, so a manager, or you can say a person who has to perform as a strategic manager, should have some special skills. And these some special skills are strategic skills which can enhance his competence about what, that he can become a leader, a manager. So what type of evidence will be enough for this 1.2 assessment criteria? It will be like he has performed some assessment about what, about the strategic skills, that what type of skills are required, or even what type of skills persons having who are performing their duties as a strategic manager. So this type of assessment, this type of evaluation, this type of assessment matrices, this all these things are good enough to produce here as an evidence to support this 1.2 assessment criteria. Okay, so moving forward to the last assessment criteria of this first learning outcome, we have assessed the relationship between existing and proposed future skills to achieve strategic ambitions. So definitely, there are if organization is managing strategically, like they are having a strategic management, definitely they have developed this management or created this management just to achieve strategic ambitions. So in this assessment criteria, a candidate should assess the relationship between what, between the existing, what skills he is having, and what are the proposed future skills. So he has to check the relationship between that, the relationship. The purpose of assessing this relationship is actually to check the differences and how they can overcome to achieve strategic ambitions. So here, the candidate has to explain, has to give his narrative about the relationship between existing and proposed future skills. So definitely, this is the part of strategic management, that what they have to do, they are different from simple management, because they are proposing, they are developing, they are implementing new future skills to achieve strategic ambitions. Here, a candidate, a learner can use an evidence of assessment, like he is doing some assessment about the strategic management. He can use that even if he has not performed that assessment, but he is a part of a team that assess that the team who assess the relationship between existing and proposed future. Still that assessment can be used as an evidence of this assessment criteria. So now we have finished the learning outcome 1. Now moving forward to the learning outcome 2. In learning outcome 2, it is be able to manage personal leadership, management development to support achievement of strategic organization and personal ambitions. So basically, uh, this learning outcome is about uh, managing personal leadership and management. Okay, because if you want to support or you want to achieve organization ambitions or personal ambitions, definitely if these ambitions are special, these are specific strategic ambitions, then definitely someone who is going to do that, who is going to achieve that, should have these should have competence, should have what type of competence? A competence of managing personal leadership and management development. Why he's doing? He's just doing this to achieve organization and personal strategic ambitions. For this purpose, he has to do that. So we have three assessment criteria there. The first one is 2.1, critically discuss the opportunities to support their leadership and management development. Here we have, so the first assessment criteria is 2.1, critically discuss the opportunities to support their leadership management development. So basically, uh, here the requirement of assessment criteria is that the candidate should critically discuss here. What discuss that the opportunities, what opportunities he is having in the organization to support their leadership management development. Like there is a phase, there is a process of development is going on for the development of what? For the development of a strategic manager. For this purpose, candidate should discuss that what opportunities he is having in his organization. Like what are the things which are giving them a chance to improve their skills, their competence in leadership and management. So they have to discuss that. Here, what type of evidence, you can say, or what type of evidences they can use here, like if they are allowed or they are asked to attend the top management meetings, they are asked to attend the strategic management meetings, they are asked to attend or participate in the communication of the outcomes of that strategic management. They are involved in the implementation of strategic plans to achieve the strategic goals. So if they are involved in such activities, they can use the evidence uh, to support their narrative. How they can use their evidence, like what will be the evidence for them? Definitely, minutes of meeting will be enough for this purpose. A communication performed by the top management or by the strategic management through them, or they are involved in the implementation of strategic management or implementation of strategic plans. So such type of thing where they are involved, they have participated, they can use that thing or that participation, the evidence they can use that participation, that discussions as an evidence to support their narrative in this 2.1 assessment criteria. Now, moving forward in 2.2, design a personal development plan to direct leadership management development in a complex environment. That is a big thing, not only in a strategic in the development of a strategic manager. But still, if you want to enhance in any field, you want to enhance your career, you want to move forward in any career, then it is an important thing that clear, you should have a clear development plan. Okay, without a clear development plan, nobody can move forward, because without any planning, without any plan, you can't move forward. So basically, this is the plan, which is a foundation stone for any personal development. So this is the plan. This is the professional development plan, is the foundation on which, or according to which, everyone can enhance his competence with regard to management skills. But here, as we are discussing about the strategic management, so the assessment criteria is asking that the candidate should develop a personal development plan, should design a personal development plan, which is showing that he can, uh, his management skills, his leadership skills will develop in a complex environment. So here the evidence will be same, like he has to provide some personal development plan, which is confirming actually that this guy, this candidate is working on his professional development with regard to strategic management, and to that, which is showing that that plan is showing that he is improving his leadership and management development in complex environment. That will be the evidence which can be accepted by any assessor. So in 2.3, a device and agree and implementation process to ensure the success of the development plan that can realize substantial changes in their leadership management style. So basically, uh, they after the development of any plan, the phase is implementation. So basically, they have to devise, they have to create, they have to develop, develop an implementation process, and they have to agree that, which is ensuring the success of development plan. That development plan will work out accordingly. And what is the purpose of that development plan? Purpose is to become to become a strategic manager. So basically, here, for after after having a personal development plan, it is the process, it is the implementation process which can help them to achieve that competence. Okay, so here they can use that development plan is there. So here they can use to support their narrative, their explanation, or they can use an evidence. The evidence should be a process, a process, a method which is confirming that how they are going to implement their development plan to gain the competence, to develop themselves as a strategic leader or strategic manager. So this is our learning outcome 2 we have completed here. Now moving forward to the learning outcome 3. The learning outcome is 3 is be able to evaluate the effectiveness of the leadership management development plan. So this is very important thing, that uh, someone who has developed a development plan and who is actually implementing that development plan to enhance the competence of individuals, to enhance the basically the competence, the strategic competence of the individuals for himself, for others, and as well as for the organization's strategic ambitions. He should be able. He should be able for what? Evaluate. Evaluate, I have told you, evaluate is the process of doing assessment, doing judgment over something. So basically, the purpose of this learning outcome is that a strategic manager, individual should be able for what? For evaluating that the plan he has developed, the development plan he has developed, the development plan he has implementing, whether it's effective or not. So basically, this evaluation is much important. As you know very well, even with regard to occupational health and safety management system, if you are not evaluating the effectiveness or the or any development plan or any management is not performing well, then it will not serve the cause. Same is here. If your development plan is developed, your development plan is implemented through process, things are going according to that, is still not enough. The actual thing is that that plan should be effective. So for this purpose, you should be able to evaluate the effectiveness of the leadership management development plan. So here we have assessment criteria. 3.1, critically evaluate the achievement of outcomes of the plan against the original agreed objective. So very simple thing is that you should have developed, once you have developed the plan is for achieving something. So what we are achieving here are strategic objectives. So simply, uh, a person, a candidate should be able to critically evaluate. Okay, I have discussed critically evaluate a thorough examination with regard to assessment and judgment you have to perform, and you have to check whether the outcomes of the plan are against or according to the original agreed objectives or not. This is for measuring the efficiency, evaluating the effectiveness. So if that outcomes are conforming that original agreed objectives, then it's fine. If they are not working according to that, then you have to review your development plan and you have to review your implementation process to get the results according to the original agreed objectives. Here, a learner can support his narrative and his explanation with the help of some you can say, or with some feedbacks, with some testing, or with some assessments. So that can be used as an evidence here, because that can confirm that can confirm the outcomes of any development plan. So in 3.2, evaluate the impact of leadership management style and the achievement of objectives on strategic ambitions in different organizational settings. So one more important thing is that uh, you, after doing the evaluation of effectiveness, or evaluating the efficiency, here uh, the candidate should be able to evaluate the impact of leadership management style, that the style of management or leadership is now equipped by the candidate, or the candidate has gained that, whether it is enough for achievement of objectives and strategic ambitions in different organizational settings, or whether this is only a static thing. So if so, it is much important that still in the specific organization, in your own organization, the development plan is enough, the development plan is effective. You still need to check that whether this style of leadership and management will help to achieve the objectives or strategic ambitions in different organizational settings. Because these are the skills, the management skills should be dynamic, not static. Because a management is not doing some static things, some you can say stable thing. So in the management, you every day you have to face different different things, and challenges are different on daily basis. So it is this 3.2 is actually discussing that you don't have only a specific with regard to your organization, because it is management. So you have to evaluate the impact of leadership and management style. What you have learned, what you have achieved should be working in different organizational settings to achieve the strategic ambition. For this evaluation, you can even show any anything which is confirming that you have performed some evaluation, you have performed some assessment, some judgments are made after the implementation process, then that can be used as an evidence for this uh, assessment criteria. And 3.3, critically review and update the leadership management development plan. Now, much important that if things are going well, then that's fine. But still, there are two things. Uh, One thing is that the development plan, the after the evaluation, we come to know that or after the evaluation, we came to know that this development plan is not enough to achieve the individuals and organizational strategic ambitions. Then they have to review their development plan. And secondly, they have to review their implementation process. This is the one thing. But in other circumstances, you knew very well, there is always a chance of continual improvement. Still, things are going very well. Things are developing, things are enhancing the competence, things are developing the things, but still there is a chance of improvement. So in that case, you can also review your development, your leadership management development plan, and after reviewing, update that just to keep things uh, get better and better, just to do more improvement, just to enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of your development plan. So for this purpose, the candidate can support his narrative, his explanation by providing the evidence in the form of some reviews and update the corrective actions made on the development plan for achieving strategic ambitions. Okay, that will be enough. Now, moving forward to the fourth learning outcome, here we have be able to advocate an employee welfare environment that supports organizational values. Here it is discussing that uh, after the development of a a strategic manager, a person having strategic management role should be able to support and employee welfare environment uh, to support organizational values. So basically, uh, a strategic manager should be able to support employee welfare environments, and this will automatically support the organization's values. Okay, so here we have the assessment criteria. 4.1 is critically evaluate the impact of the corporate commitment to employee welfare on strategic objectives. So basically, he should be able to critically evaluate. What he has to critically now evaluate, because all the strategic management, all the things are just to enhance or improve the efficiency of general employees or to do the employee welfare. So basically, individuals should be capable of evaluating the impact of corporate commitment, like on organizational level, on top management level, what are the arrangements are there for employee welfare to achieve strategic objectives. So here, a learner, a candidate can provide evidence of some evaluation or something, some document, some communication from strategic management, which is confirming that they are working towards the employee welfare. So you can use that. Then 4.2, discuss how an employee welfare environment can affect achievement of strategic organizational objectives. Here, uh, because the assessment criteria is about discuss, so you don't have to go for any evidence. But here you have to discuss, but keeping in mind, but you have to keep in mind one thing, that it should be about your organization where you are working. So you have to discuss that how employee welfare environment can affect, like for example, if organization is doing on strategic basis, organization is doing employee welfare, how our employee welfare environment can affect to achieve the strategic organizational objective. So how it can help, basically you have to discuss here what is the impact, what is the benefits of employee welfare environment. So you have to discuss that, and but you have to discuss with regard to your organization, like in your organization what is happening with regard to employee welfare environment, and how it is affecting to achieve strategic organizational objectives. You have to discuss here. In 4.3, determine the the influence of corporate commitment to employee welfare on the development of organizational values that will real realist strategic ambitions. Basically, uh, in the 1.2, or in, sorry, in 4.2, is discussing about the impact, the effect of employee welfare environment. But here in 4.3, it is all about that how a corporate commitment is helping, how a corporate commitment towards employee welfare can develop organization values with regard to strategic ambition. So here we have to see a candidate has to explain with regard to his organization, that in case of his organization strategic uh, commitment, how their corporate culture, how their corporate structure is actually doing for employee welfare, and how it is adding to the organizational values when it comes to strategic ambitions. Okay, so they have to do that. Here a candidate can provide an evidence in the form of some communication, some management plans, some strategic plans from the top management, confirming that the organization is committed toward the employee welfare, and it's creating an impact on the strategic ambitions and objectives of the organization. So here we have the last one, the last learning outcome for this unit 4 of ProQual Level 7 Diploma in Strategic Health and Safety Leadership Management. Here we have be able to maintain and record their professional development. It is what required. I have told you earlier that someone working in the management, whether he's in the top management, middle management, or in the supervision role, if he wants to enhance in his career, if he wants to move forward, then definitely he should follow the development plans. He should develop the development plan, and he should have a implementation process, what we have discussed in learning outcome 3. But still, he has to maintain and record their professional development. For example, if they have developed themselves as a strategic manager, they should maintain that, and they should take a record of that for this purpose. So what they have to do, we are having only one assessment criteria there. So what they have to do, what a learner has to, a candidate has to provide in this unit to complete this unit. So basically, he has to complete a CPD form there. He has to complete as an evidence. He has to provide some CPD activities there. So before discussing this one, I just want to give you a general guideline of this one. After the development plan, after a new professional development plan and the implementation process, what type of CPT activities can be considered here? There are basically three types of CPT activity. First one, what he wants to do in the future. Second, what are ongoing things there which can enhance their professional development, or which can enhance their skills. And the third thing, what they did in the past to develop and maintain their professional skills. But here it is all about with regard to strategic skills. So these are the three types of activities there. So what they have to provide, maintain a personal development portfolio, which can contribute to even persons after doing the level 6 and after doing the grad IOSH, now we call it cert IOSH membership. They can easily manage it because they are normally managing or keeping the record of their CPDs on IOSH portfolio. So 5.1, maintain a personal development portfolio which can contribute to the to professional bodies CPD requirement, which incorporates an ongoing evaluation of their personal competence. What I have told you, that they are what they are doing. So evaluation of that can be used as an evidence of this one. Reflective commentaries on CPD activities. So basically, sometimes what happened, CPT activities are not self-explained. So what you have to do when, because in the CPT form, even you have for this purpose and provided by the centers for this purpose. So what you have to do on your CPT activities, what you have attached there, you have to explain that. You have to give reflective commentaries that in this CPD activities, if it is in the past, I have performed this, I have done this, I have done this, I achieved this, I gained this, etc. In ongoing activity, you have to explain there. You have to comment on that, like I'm this, I'm achieving this, I'm improving, and you have to explain what you are achieving at the moment. And if your activities are planned, like you are going to start that, then definitely you have to explain that after doing this activity or after having this activity, this CPT activity, I will be able to do this, to do this, to do this. So these are the CPD activities, but you have to provide reflective commentaries on that, just to get a better understanding by the assessor whether it's working for you, and even it will better to explain yourselves actually, that it can give a clear picture that how much you understood with that CPD activities. Then setting and prioritizing realistic goals for professional development, and you should have a proper professional development plan there, and which is confirming that you have realistic goals there. Why the word realistic is used here, then it should be not like that we will achieve this, we will achieve this, so that's not possible always. So there is always, it is a process. A development is a never ending process, so you can't say that we will achieve that, so it should be realistic. Then applying professional ethics in practice. So you are doing something, you are doing very well, uh, is good, but still you need to be a professional. You should have professional ethics. So you have to give evidence that you are applying professional ethics in the in practice. Then an appreciation of diversity and inclusivity in workplaces, like you are getting some achievements, some appreciations, like you have seen some organizations are giving uh, zero injury, zero accident workplace, and like this type of appreciation or appreciation like this guy is performing well, he's a team man, etc. So you have to provide evidence of that achievement if you have such appreciation achievement in your career. Then the last, sharing personal experiences in professional debate and discussion. So even you can use professional personal experiences in professional debate and discussion, like what you have done practically, what you have gained there, and how your experiences are still effective in the current environments, and how they can, so you have to debate and discuss that, how that your personal experiences can be can work for others in the same organization. Okay, this is enough for today. So this is enough for today, and we have completed the unit 4. And definitely in the next lecture we will discuss the unit 5 for this ProQual level 7 diploma in strategic health and safety, leadership and management. So I hope this lecture will work for you, and definitely it will give you a good picture of the structure of this unit, and it will help you to finish your qualification as soon as possible. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for watching me. Thank you very much. Goodbye.